All right, so moving on to our next story, we're talking about Persona Q2. Now, Tristan, I know that you love Patchy. I love Patchy too. But what the fuck is Persona Q2?
Okay.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on here. Remember, everyone should know I'm not the biggest Persona fan. I don't hate it. I actually want to play more Persona games. I played a little bit of the first Persona on the PlayStation Classic, and I know some of you guys are like, I'm sorry to hear that, but it's true I did. And also, I borrowed not a Persona game, but I borrowed a Megami Tensei game from Tristan, and I'm trying to get some more Megami Tensei games in general. Now, Tristan, please. Patchy's looking at your hands like, what the fuck is he doing? I can't do that shit. What the fuck's going on? Anyway, Tristan, what is Persona Q2? What is Persona Q? And I'll talk about why I find Persona Q, the name, actually kind of funny and potentially a reference to something Tokusatsu related. But Tristan, what's going on with Persona?
That might actually be true.
Yeah.
Persona Q came out for the 3DS. It's been 2 years now. I think. I can't remember exactly when it came out, but recently enough, it's on the 3DS. And it was a crossover between characters from Persona 3 and Persona 4.
Okay.
And they have, new dungeons to explore.
Yes, and it looks like the original game came out on the 3DS.
Yeah.
Let me see, I want to make sure. It came out in Japan June 2014. And in the US, it came out in November 2014.
Oh, shit, okay. So
it's actually, so it's,
5 years.
Wow, shit. Okay, but this game, so it was announced, it shipped last November in Japan, Q2.
Right.
So people were like, when Persona?
Yeah. So now this one, seeing as how Persona 5 has come out, this one now includes Persona 5.
Which I saw in the announcement trailer. Yeah, it seems to include Persona 5 characters as well. Now, it's in a chibi format from the looks of it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and this is still going to be a crossover seemingly between 3 and 4. So,
it's a crossover between all 3 now.
That's what, no, I'm saying it's also going to be crossing over with 3 and 4 is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it does not touch 1 and 2 at all for some reason?
No.
Why is there a reason why it doesn't? Like, I'm not trying to make a joke here, I'm being serious. Is it like with JoJo, where like parts 1 and 2, the powers are different or something? Like, I'm genuinely curious.
Sort of, but not really.
Okay. No, I'm just curious because I understand why maybe like the first game would be 3 and 4. But then this one, now it's only including characters from extra new characters from 5. I'm sitting here and I'm like, why not 1 and 2?
It's more the popularity.
Okay, that's fair.
Persona 2 does not have its followers because it does.
Oh, definitely.
I've played a little bit of it and I wanted to play more.
And maybe it's also due to the fact that 3, 4, and 5 are on PlayStation 2 and above, where Persona 1 and 2, other than the PSP remakes, were on the PlayStation 1.
Right.
Maybe. But yeah, no. So they're trapped in a labyrinth movie theater with no exit. They meet Nagi, a woman with black hair and white clothes, and Hikari, a woman with downcast eyes. And there are 28 characters, by the way, from Persona 3, 4, and 5, including the female protagonist from Persona 3 Portable.
Right. Okay. Which is also another big step because she hasn't been introduced in a lot of other spin-off games. Where people are like, why no?
And so, is Persona Q popular? Do you think it's one of the lesser popular, or do you think it's I don't know. No, because I've never heard of Persona Q, and I know you might be like, Matt, you've never heard of a bunch of Persona games, but I have done a lot of research on them, though, to be fair. And I haven't seen much Persona Q stuff. Granted, it just came out in 2014.
Okay.
Do you own the game, Tristan?
I do, actually.
All right. Can I borrow the game? No, to be fair, I wouldn't borrow it from him because I don't know.
You finished what's on your plate.
I know, right? I still have not Devil Survivor. Which one do I have again?
If you think
Digital Devil Saga.
Okay. By the way, Tristan, I think there's an ad still playing. I think it's playing on your end, Tristan.
Fake, anyways.
Okay. Persona Q2, the Phantom ad.
Pretty much. Anyway, so no, there's this ad for Fighting with My Family, which is a WWE movie that's a Page documentary, and for some reason it keeps on playing while we're doing this podcast. Anyway, but it doesn't show me where the ad is playing from. So I'm sitting here like, I don't know where this is, but I will murder I will burn this whole thing to the ground. Anyway,
I'd
so
love it if you literally looked up right now and it was on your TV. I know that's not the case, but that would be
it
hilarious.
would not be. Anyway, so I'm hoping people can't hear the ad. I would be pissed if people are just continuously hearing this ad. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the point though is that moving back to Persona Q2, the reason why that's related to Tokusatsu in any way is because Tristan, you know about Ultraman over the years. Ultraman's a TV show that it had some U.S. versions. There was one version that was shown. I think it was shown on U.S. TV. I think it was Ultraman the Great, but there also are English dubs of Ultraman. The original version was dubbed it came out in the 60s in Japan, but I think it was released maybe like 20 years later. And there's also Ultra 7 that was dubbed over in English and released in the US. And then Ultraman Tiga, which came out in the 90s, was released on Foxbox in the mid
Right.
2000s. Now, why is this related to Ultraman anyway, Persona? The original Ultraman was actually a bit like Godzilla. It was a monster island. So it wasn't like Ultraman coming down from space to fight monsters and fight aliens. It was all of these monsters on an island, and the show was called Ultra Q.
Right.
So when I see this, I'm like, especially the same Q design, it's a very similar design. So I'm kind of sitting here and I'm just like, I don't know why, but I love it.
Because
Like, I
there
don't
were
know why.
definitely in Persona 3 they have, I think Featherman R.
Okay.
There's this, it's more of like a Sentai series that one of the characters follows. So I'm like, it's possible because there's a
Yeah.
reference to Sentai in there, so I
Yes.
wouldn't be surprised if Ultraman was also referenced.
No, yeah, just by the name being Persona Q, it's referencing Ultra Q from back in the. Think about this, right? If the original Ultraman came out in like '66, Q came out in like '61 or '63. It was in black and white.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's old. So very interesting. Also, you can also get a special edition of Persona Q 2. Let me see
Yes.
here. I want to So I don't know how much
Pre-order
is.
up already, where you can get pins, a playing deck,
What I'm
and
confused.
a plush of Koromaru, which is so tempting.
Yeah, you can see this as you can see the. But here's my question though. So I wasn't able to look at that. Is it if you pre-order it, is it more expensive or is it just the normal pre-order? Is you get all that shit?
Well, for the special edition, it is more than.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, the pre-order for the standard game is just your standard game price at
Like
this point.
$30 or how much?
Yeah, somewhere in there. 30,
Okay,
40.
cool. Okay, so if you guys want to get it, definitely should. I would be very interested in getting it. The limited edition, I don't know about it because even though I love all that stuff, again, I don't know too much about Persona. But but is it like $100 or is it like?
No, actually, it's 70. So
Ooh, maybe I would.
yeah, like it does feel like a good deal, especially for the stuff that's in it.
I might actually be interested then. No, because that plushie is really worth it for me.
Yeah, and you haven't even played 3.
No, but
Imagine people who have played 3.
yeah, right. And I would not just like to imagine. I would like to talk to you guys about it. So if you guys are watching this, tell me what you think about this game coming out. If you're as hyped as Tristan is, because Tristan's super hyped.
I want to hear people's opinion. Like, would you get the pre-order for just the plush? Like, tell me for real.
The special edition, just for the plushie.
For the plush.
Yeah, and tell me what you guys think about the game and about Persona Q as well, and maybe even recommend me some other Persona games or Megami Tensei games down below. Would love to hear what you guys have to say.
Right here, Matt.
Tristan's really just right there. Even Patchy is like, come on, I fucking played Persona 3. Jesus, get with the times, man.
No, I mean, the hilarious part is she's probably seeing cutscenes from these games just sitting in my lap.
More so, yeah, more than I have. Granted, I haven't been sitting on your lap, but either way. Either
is
way,
Patchy
though.
my persona or am I her persona?
I don't know. Find out down below, question mark.